Picture this. Your cat is curled up comfortably on the sofa, eyes closed, completely at ease. You walk past and gently stroke their fur because, honestly, who could resist? They look adorable, peaceful, and incredibly soft. It seems completely harmless. But what if that small touch is actually interrupting the safest and most secure moment of their day? Here's something many cat owners don't realize. Sleep is when a cat is at its most vulnerable. In nature, a sleeping cat has very little ability to defend itself. Their instincts have evolved around this reality, so when your cat falls asleep in your home, it's doing more than taking a nap. It's making a powerful statement of trust. It's telling itself that this environment is safe enough to let its guard down completely. That's one of the greatest compliments a cat can give you. Now think about what happens when you touch them while they're asleep. Their body suddenly has to switch from complete relaxation to alert mode. Their muscles tighten, their heart rate jumps, and their nervous system instantly reacts. Even if they quickly recognize it's you and settle down again, their brain still records the event. Something touched me while I was asleep. If this happens repeatedly, your cat may stop reaching the deepest stages of sleep around you. They'll still nap, but those fully relaxed, stretched out sleeping positions may become less common. Most owners never connect these changes to their own behavior. Cats typically sleep between 12 and 16 hours every day. Those uninterrupted sleep cycles are important for their mood, health, and overall well-being. When those cycles are repeatedly interrupted, cats can become more irritable, more sensitive, and harder to understand. Not because anything is wrong with them, but because they aren't getting the quality rest they need. The solution is simple. If your cat is sleeping, let them sleep. Enjoy watching them from a distance. When they wake up, allow them to approach you on their own terms. 4. Why using two hands can damage trust. Have you ever been petting your cat with one hand and everything seemed perfect, so you decided to use both hands? Maybe one hand scratched under the chin while the other stroked their back. Maybe both hands rubbed their cheeks at the same time. It feels like you're giving them extra affection. But then something changes. They stop moving. Their ears shift slightly, and before long they walk away. You wonder, they were enjoying it a second ago. What happened? The answer lies in how cats perceive personal space. For many cats, especially those still learning to trust you, being touched from both sides doesn't feel like extra love. It feels like being trapped. Your hands may be gentle, but their body suddenly feels surrounded. And the moment they feel they can't leave whenever they want, their comfort begins to disappear. A deeply bonded cat may tolerate this just fine. Some cats trust their owners so much that losing an escape route doesn't bother them. But those cats are the exception. That level of trust usually takes months or even years to build. For most cats, using two hands is often the point where the interaction becomes uncomfortable. Cats don't just need permission to be touched, they need the freedom to stop the interaction whenever they choose. Even cats grooming one another always leave room for the other cat to walk away. The ability to leave is part of what makes the interaction feel safe. Once that option disappears, affection can start to feel more like restraint. Research from Nottingham Trent University, led by Dr. Lauren Finca, found that cats were noticeably more affectionate and less aggressive when they were given more control during interactions. When that sense of control is removed, the experience becomes less enjoyable for them. The fix is easy. Stick to one hand and always leave the other side of your cat's body open so they never feel trapped. The greeting ritual. Most owners ignore. Earlier, I mentioned that there's one habit many cat owners skip without realizing it. This is that habit. And once you understand it, you'll notice you've probably been missing it every day. Think about what usually happens when you approach your cat. Most people immediately reach down and start petting. Maybe it's the head, maybe it's the back. Either way, contact happens before the cat has any input. To us, that's a friendly greeting. To a cat, it can feel like someone walking up and touching them without permission. No matter how long you've lived together, your cat's brain still evaluates every approaching hand the same way. Is this safe? Here's what many owners don't know. Cats have a specific greeting ritual they use with cats they trust. When two friendly cats meet, they don't instantly start grooming each other. They approach slowly, pause, and extend their noses forward. The other cat responds by meeting them halfway. They exchange scents and gather information before any further contact happens. This isn't optional behavior, it's part of how cats naturally determine whether an interaction is safe. Luckily, the human version is incredibly simple. Instead of immediately petting your cat, slowly extend your hand and hold it a few inches from their face. That's all. Don't wiggle your fingers. Don't move closer. Just wait. Your cat's response will tell you everything. If they lean forward and touch your hand with their nose or rub their cheek against your fingers, that's their way of saying yes. They've accepted the greeting. Now, petting becomes a shared interaction rather than something imposed on them. If they sniff your hand and then turn away, that's a no, not forever, just for that moment. Respecting that choice is one of the fastest ways to build trust and make your cat feel more comfortable around your hands in the future.